Hello, Adedingo. Good evening. Oh, you are welcome, Wasilat. Welcome to today's class.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Welcome. Welcome.
Nice to have you today, ma'am.
Oh, pleasure is mine. Thank
You're
you
welcome, ma'am.
us.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Though we are few in class, this is 30 minutes past already. I guess we should just continue and we should
Yes,
start off the class and others will meet us. So
yes, ma'am.
the only challenge that I have with your class is the attendance is very poor. Unlike the 300 level student that I'm taking, the attendance is a bit better. And when you have more people in class, it makes interaction and discussion more interesting. Like when you
Yes.
have this number that I'm seeing. Anyway, let me hope that most students will join us, will progress. But I appreciate those of us that we've already joined the class. I know we have a busy schedule, and yet we'll make out time to join the facilitation. So without wasting further our time, we are on module 3. We finished module 2 last week. We are on module 3 today, and don't forget that we have just 4 modules for this course. And out of the 4 modules, we've already covered module 2. We are on module 3 today. And what is the title of module 3? Module 3 is simply titled Occupational Safety Requirements. Occupational Safety Requirement is the title of module 3. But under module 3, like the previous modules that we've covered, we understand that each module has a unit under it. So basically, we'll be covering module 1 to 3 in this. We'll be covering unit 1 to 3 of module 3. That's what we'll be covering. And what is the title of unit 1? Unit 1 simply says occupational health and safety. That is unit 1 of module 3, and unit 3 of module 3 is evaluation of occupational health. So when we say occupational safety requirements, what comes to your mind? What comes to your mind when you say, okay, before I even ask question, let me share the learning objective for this unit, because it's important we know that for each of the units or the modules we cover, there is always a learning outcome or learning goals. And I've explained to you at the beginning of this class that when we say learning goal or learning objective, it simply means that at the end of the class, what is expected for learners to be able to say about that unit or about that module. So I'm just going to share my slide with you on the learning objective for module 3, unit 1 and 3. And as you can see on the screen, I have the first objective is that learners should be able to explain why management commitment to health and safety is crucial. So you have to be able to explain it. And secondly, learners should be able to describe why training is a crucial component of any health and safety program. If you want people to do something and you have to train them, and so if you don't train them, why would you expect them to do exactly what you want them to do? Hence, the importance of training. And another learning objective or learning goal is learners should be able to explain the meaning of occupational health evaluation. What occupational health evaluation means, and not only that, be able to state the types of evaluation that we have. And also, learners should be able to explain the aims of evaluation for evaluating occupational health practices, as well as be able to state reasons or why we do occupational health that should be evaluated. That is, state areas of occupational health that should be evaluated. So that is the learning objective so far on Module 3, Unit 1 and 3. So let me hear your thoughts now on what comes to your mind when you hear occupational health and safety. What comes to your mind? Hello?
Yes, ma. Well done, ma.
Thank you.
Okay. And safety. Our safety precautions we need to put in our places of work to make it not hazardous.
Okay. Though your volume is a bit poor.
Okay.
Yeah, can you repeat what you said? Because we can hardly pick what.
Okay, ma, I was trying to say occupational health and safety. That's how I look at it, is that is a safety precautions that we put in place. The workers and the management will put in place so that the work environment will not be hazardous to the workers.
Yes, you just put a nail in
And
a
did you
shop.
get me?
Yes, loud and clear this time around. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my welcome.
Yes, so that is a nail in a sure place, as she has widely put it. It can be a program, it can be a measure, anything that the management or the employer put in place for the benefit or for the safety of the employee is called occupational health and safety program. So, and it is important that consideration of issues relating to occupational medicine, industrial hygiene, education, engineering safety, and ergometries, as well as the psychology, be put or be factored in the program. So the management must put into consideration all these aspects. What about the aim of occupational health and safety? When you hear the word occupational health and safety, during module 1, we talk about history. You must have aim or objective that you want to achieve before you start putting measures in place. And so would someone share with us the aim of occupational health and safety? Who wants to share his or her thoughts? Hello? Okay. Yes, Muganikeji, please go ahead. I can see your electronic hand up. Muganikeji, Wasilat, please go ahead.
I'm responding. Occupational health. One of the aims is safety of the. Hello, are you hearing me, ma?
Okay, yes.
Can you
now
hear me?
We can hear you now.
Yes, where I am is a bit lousy.
Yes, it's better now. You may speak.
Aims of okay. aims of occupational health is to provide safety for workers in so many ways. Might be through health check, through provision of protective equipment, can be through work safety, like making sure that the floor of the company is not slippery, making sure that all the equipment in use are in good order, making sure that there are good lighting and the rest. All this is for safety of the occupational aims of occupational health. Then another thing is to enact laws that will guide all occupation concerning their work.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much.
Workers.
Yeah, thank you for your thoughts. Those were the aim of health and safety, occupational health and safety aims. You want to promote, you want to maintain the health of the workers in all the 4 aspects. You want to prevent adverse effects, and you want to provide safety measures in order to protect workers from risk and also the environment. Some of our colleagues are saying that they cannot enter the class. I'm trying to read the WhatsApp chat. Some people have been complaining that I follow the outline step to join the online facilitation, but displaying waiting for the host. No, you can't wait. We are already. Let me try to see where. Let's continue. Someone is already attending to her on the WhatsApp because it's a bit difficult for me to keep up with the two. So as we were saying that.
Yes, she has joined. She has joined, man.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, okay. Thank you so much.
All right.
So.
All right.
I was saying the aim of the occupational health and safety, and Moreni Kechi just itemized them to us. And the next we want to look at after the aim is also to look at the importance of occupational health and safety. The importance of occupational health and safety. Of course, we all understand that health and safety and occupational health itself, from the history of how it was built, it's very important. And so we want to look at the importance. What are those things? When we say something is important, what makes it important? So we have the following ways or the following reasons that makes occupational health and safety important. And would someone like to share what he or she understands by the importance of occupational health and safety? Of course, we can't overemphasize that poor working conditions affect workers' health and safety. So if poor working conditions affect the health of workers, what is the importance of occupational health and safety now? Who wants to open the floor?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
It helps to improve our workers' health.
Okay.
In so many ways. Okay, like if precautionary measures are put in place for all workers, like the pre-medical and the rest.
Okay, I understand. It seems you are on transit. So as she was saying that it helps to improve occupational health and safety, helps to improve the health of workers. And not only that, it also helps to
vocational medical checkup for workers. It along their life, increase productivity, and improve their.
Okay, thank you. I think we lost her due to network. So research has made us to understand that there is a lack of attention given to health and safety of health-related accidents and diseases globally. So employers are neglecting the health of their employees, the environment, and everything like that. And so occupational health and safety is important because, one, the unhealthy or the unsafe working condition will not be neglected. It will be taken care of because now the employer understands the relationship between the environment, the worker, and the productivity. And just like the student mentioned, that one of the importance is that it also boosts the health. It improves the health of the workers as well as the productivity, because when an employee is in good health and is working in a good and safe environment, the production, it will be more productive and the person will be more happy doing what he or she is doing. So those, and the next point I want us to consider is the cost of occupational injury. The cost of occupational injury. Work-related accidents can have many serious direct and indirect effects on the lives of workers and their family. True or false? It's true, because we all come from one family or from one household or from one community or the other. So if you are affected, as much as it has direct effect on you, it also has an indirect effect. It also has indirect effect on the family we come from. And so for this reason, what are the direct costs of an injury for an employee? One, pain and suffering of the injury or the illness. So the individual is the one that will bear the pain and the suffering. Secondly, there won't be income for the person, loss of income. And thirdly, the cost of health care. The person is paying on his or her health. What about the direct cost on the employers? Of course, both will pay for it. The payment for worker, not the payment for work not performed, because now you can't say because your employee sustained injury, you will lay the person off. No, that is the essence of occupational health. You don't lay the person off because the injury the person sustained, it's at job place. So you have to, and the person needs money to take care of his or herself while going through treatment. So the salary will be paid. So now you are paying someone that is not working. So that is the direct cost effect on the employer, on the employers, and medical and compensation payment. The employer will have to pay medical and compensation payment as well. The temporary hurt in production, the production or the session that person is handling will be temporarily affected be temporarily affected. What about increased training expenses and administration? So because that has happened, the employer now has to look at, okay, this has happened now. We need to train people on how to use this machine, which will incur more expenses on the employer. What are the health and safety programs that is put in place? And so let me allow you to share your thoughts on that. Health and safety program. Hello?
Hi.
Okay, when we say health and safety program, it includes the scope, the extent of the problem worldwide in terms of what? In terms of accidents, diseases, the range of hazards, as well as the importance of management commitments and training of workers, and the role of health and safety representative. So when you say program, health and safety program, this is what it entails. And you also look at the effective workplace health and safety program, also which can help to save the lives of workers by reducing hazards and its consequences. Not only that, health and safety program also have positive effects on both workers' morale and productivity. We've said it, and that cannot be overemphasized, because when a worker or when an employee is happy because the environment is conducive, because the environment is not toxic to him or her, because he's working in an environment that is not posting a hazard to him or her, the person is happy because he knows that when he's going back home, he's not going back with one injury or one ailment or the other as a result of doing the job that he's doing. And for this reason, it is essential that both employers and the employee also cooperate to make this happen. There has to be cooperation, because not the employee has the role to play, and employer also has their own role to play. So, occupational diseases. What can you list for me the types of occupational diseases that you know of? Hello, class. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's share.
Occupational diseases. Occupational diseases.
Yes, you may go ahead.
Like people working in companies where they do asbestos, now.
Mm-hmm.
They are prone to have asbestos toxicity.
Okay.
Some of them where they work in a place where they make silicone, they are prone to have the toxicity as well. Like a cement company too, they are prone to have lung or respiratory diseases.
Okay. Okay.
So those are some of the occupational health. Then some, probably they are working in a paint company. They are also prone to upper respiratory tract diseases.
Okay.
And some, let me use us now, the health people that are working in the hospital. They are prone to nosocomial infection, different kind of infection. Okay. They are prone to viral infection like HIV, hepatitis, tuberculosis.
Okay. Okay. And what about those who work in a noisy, maybe in a mill, or
that can infect, driving long?
Okay. They can
have hearing loss.
Yes. Okay. So every occupation has its own hazard that is associated to it in one way or the other if proper preventive measures are not taken. So that's very important. But if proper preventive protective gadgets are used when you are at job places, then the likelihood that you will come down with the hazard that is associated with that job, it's slim. It's very slim. Yeah. So thank you for that contribution. And the next point we want to look at is evaluation. Evaluation of occupational health practice. When you say
How are
you
you?
are hello? When you say evaluation,
Hi, we are with
okay, okay. When we say evaluation, what are you evaluating? That means that you already have plan and ways in which you want to you have an objective. Let me put it that way. You have an objective that you want to achieve. Then you have plans on how you want to achieve that that objective or that goal. In addition to that, the measures to evaluate also is factored in at the planning phase. So in occupational health, it's simply the means by which or the extent by which or to which an objective is met. So, and the good thing about evaluation is you can always go back to the drawing board. You can always go back to the drawing board and adjust so that, okay, we said we are going to eradicate HIV or tuberculosis by 2019. And here we are, 2019 November, and 60% of the community members are still affected. What do we need to do that we have not done? You go back, you had, and so on. So we have types of evaluation: process evaluation and outcome evaluation. I've just explained that. So there are evaluation that you are doing as you progress in the activities. There are also evaluation that you will do at the end of the activities. So, and we have aims of occupational health practices. One is to protect the employees against any health hazard that may arise out of their working condition. Another point is to contribute toward the establishment of jobs to the highest possible degree of physical, mental well-being of workers. So earlier on, one of the students mentioned examination, medical examination. So we have two types of medical examination that is done. Who wants to share with us the two types? The two types
I think we have the pre-employment examination.
Okay.
And we have the pre-placement and periodically examinations.
Excellent, excellent. Those are the two types of examination that you have. At what time do an employee is asked to do pre? In fact, from the word pre.
Before employment, ma.
Before employment, they would have given you an appointment letter. Yes, because for some of us, we know how it happened. I received my employment letter, then you have to go for medical examination and so on. So, and the idea is your medical report will guide your employer on where to place you. For instance, for those who work in the industry organizations, When someone is hypertensive and it shows and is on sedative medication and stuff like that, do you think the employer will put such a person in a machine? No. The person cannot be put in a session or in the department where he or she needs to operate machine, because the health, it will jeopardize the health. And the periodical, at what time do we do periodical examination? In between. So the person, it can be done every 6 months. It depends on the organization that you are working with. It depends on the organization. So basically, we've said that we have two types of medical examination, the pre and the periodical. Yes, and that is what I've just explained. And the purpose, I've explained it, the purpose in which we do medical examination. So, and I've said it, that it can be 3 months, it can be 6 months, it depends. So medical examination is carried out at a regular interval. It depends on the policy of the institution we are working with. So in summary, evaluation of occupational health practice involves knowing the extent to which the aims and the objectives of occupational health practice have been achieved, considering the health of the workers and the working environment. So the main focus in assessment of the health is assessment of the working environment, the health of the workers before, during, and at the end of their working experience. So this is where I'm going to stop today. I want to welcome question. I want to welcome contribution. Any question, any contribution? Question? Okay, if there is no question, if there is no contribution, this is where we are going to stop today. I'll see you next week, same time, same day. Have a lovely evening. And
thank you very much, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much, ma. We enjoyed the lecture.